Hey, thanks for tuning in to Navstar. Today we are reviewing the Hobbyking C130 in US Coast Guard livery. It's going to be an exciting one. We're going to drop some paratroopers. Things are taking off on the channel. We've got growing viewership and lots of support from RC vendors, so it's really an exciting time here on the channel and really appreciate you guys tuning in. But today we're going to start at the end and work to the beginning. So we'll review the plane after we flew it, do the Maiden, and the unboxing and assembly. All right, so the Hobbyking C130 in the US Coast Guard livery is a winner. A lot of fun to fly, really enjoyed it. Looking forward to doing some more adventures with this plane. Super easy to put together, and whatever receiver system you use in this, transmitter combination, I think you're going to find that it's going to be a lot of fun for you as well. I think my only drawbacks on this were I think some of the decals weren't as applied well enough as I like, and doing the secondary flaps was a little bit tricky, but we ultimately figured it out. But I think all in all, this is a pretty easy plane to fly. It flies scale beautifully, and it's just got a lot of qualities to it that I think anyone would enjoy. I'm a big fan of the US Coast Guard and what they do for us mariners, and I just want to tip my hat to them today, Semper Paratus, and appreciate all that you do. So I'm going to get some more videos up of this remarkable plane, and maybe drop some parajumpers or some parachute rescue kits on my next flight. So we'll be looking forward to putting that online for you, and thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the likes and subscribes. It certainly means a lot. All right, let's get into the maiden flight. Had a wicked crosswind, and she handled it pretty good. You'll see that the wind kind of got under the aircraft here, but she responded well and was able to compensate and get her in the air. She's capable of taking off into the wind with a very short runway if you need to. You'll notice I didn't have the inner flaps actuated. That was really just more me and a matter of time. You have to fiddle with them a little bit to get them to coordinate, but nonetheless she flew great, and I did get them working later. She is a very easy plane to fly. Handled the blustery conditions with ease, and I think an intermediate pilot will have no trouble whatsoever flying this plane. I had a blast with it. In fact, I went ahead and dropped a couple of para-rescue jumpers, as the Coast Guard calls them, and put the Go 360 on there, as you can see.
Parachuter away! There he goes. PJ rescue jumper deployed. We'll go get him later. He's on a mission right now.
Too much fun.
Battery's getting low.
I really enjoyed it today. I seem to be blessed with some very blustery conditions for maidens, as you've seen in my previous videos. But I was very confident with this aircraft. It's a real workhorse. You know, mechanically, it's extremely well built. I love the Avios product line, and this will be my third aircraft from them through Hobbyking, and a lot of fun. Love the scale detail, and of course, as you know, with my channel, we like to put cameras on things, and here was the perfect opportunity to take some good shots of the landing, and actually tried a grass takeoff as well, and I kind of sort of regret that. It was sketchy.
That was sketchy.
So I wouldn't recommend doing any grass takeoffs with her. But we did a experiment, put the Go 360 on my paratrooper, and here he is looking out the side of the cargo bay at the clouds going by and going for it. Came out pretty good. The Go 360 has a stabilization feature which really works well for this application. But man, I did probably 3 or 4 jumps with different paratroopers that a buddy of mine gave me, and it was a lot of fun just to put them in the cargo bay and open it up on the way over. And we're going to do this again for our next fly-in. Love how the plane sound is in the background as this guy sitting in the jungles of southeast Texas. Here's another shot from the cargo bay looking aft, and that is on a dedicated channel. I put it on a knob, so I could just turn the pot either direction to open and close it. And it was such a cool shot that I decided to record it in slow-mo or play it back in slow motion. I love the way it looks under that wing. How realistic is that? And away we go out the door. There's one frame that shows the parachute deploying that I wanted to focus on. There you have it. And there's the C130 in the distance in one of the other frames. So our understanding is that it was a successful mission for the rescue jumper to depart from the loading bay of the C130 and landed successfully behind enemy lines here. And did very well. Well done, soldier. All right, so there you have it, the C130 by Avios from Hobbyking. The rest of the video is going to be the unboxing and assembly, and at the very end we'll give our input and opinions on what kind of aircraft this was and give you the Navstar ratings that you expect. All right, let's get down to the unboxing of this epic video. The C130 came as seen here. Very well packaged, I expect, as all the products that we've received here at Navstar from Hobbyking are. And I'm looking forward to inspecting the quality of the build. In our other Avios planes, it's been quite good, so I'm expecting nothing less. I've been looking forward to the C130 for quite a long time, so this is going to be a lot of fun. So let's get to it. All right. Our requisite packaging here. You know, one of the things that's fascinating to me is how they design these boxes. They have such cool engineering that goes with it to put all the pieces in one spot. If I were to remove these, I would probably struggle getting them back in. But nonetheless, let's get to it. Looks like we've got the starboard wing here located on the top. I did cut the tape earlier so I could get at these things before I opened the box up. Didn't really want to struggle with it. And man, isn't that cool? I mean, look at the engine nacelles. Split flaps. This is an extension of the split flap. I see we're going to have to probably tune that to get these both done. I imagine they were on a Y cable. And the aileron, the horns are already installed, and we'll get to putting this in. There's lights all over it. Very cool. I like it already. Over here on this side, we've got individually wrapped propellers. Oops. Each of which is in its own bag. With the propeller mounts as well. Okay, so 4 of each. Really nice little scale detail on the props themselves. That's going to be fun. I'm going to do a little close-up later on those. All these parts. Pretty cool the way they engineer it. But if it's coming all the way from China, it's got to be. The port wing as well has excellent coatings and decals applied. I may end up doing a coat of polyacrylic Minwax on this to protect it. I like doing that with some of my models. We'll see. I want to get this thing in the air first and get it all dialed in right, but very good quality. Wing spar, carbon fiber, quite substantial. Rudder. I love that they honor the U.S. Coast Guard. Always ready is their motto. And this is the 50th anniversary of the United States Coast Guard with a commemorative C130 edition. Semper Paratus, you Coast Guard guys. This one is modeled after the unit out of Elizabeth City. And having spent a large portion of my life in the Merchant Marine, I know and respect what these guys do. And this particular aircraft is mission critical for rescuing mariners at sea. And it has a aft bay that can open up so they can drop pumps, they can drop survival gear, they can jump PJs out the back, pararescue jumpers, and I'm probably going to do that at some point. So there you go, Coast Guard, Elizabeth City, right on. Horizontal stabilizer. I'm loving this too much. This is super cool. Okay, I see we're gonna have to put the control rods in, and that's no problem at all. It'll give us an opportunity to connect and make sure everything is at neutral. Looks like we have an extra connection here. Oh, that's for the rudder. Very nice. Very, very nice. Goodie bags. Looks like we have an auxiliary ramp. We've got the tie rods for the rudder, and it looks like some sort of radar dome for underneath. More scale details. We'll get to those later. And fuel pods. Right on. Look at these. They look magnetic to me, so if you run into a problem, they could fall off on their own without damaging the aircraft. But we'll see what they look like. I'm definitely going to fly with everything they gave me. And the best for last, the fuse. Take this bad boy out and get a good look at it. I love this cart, by the way. I'll put a link in the description. I use it for everything, and it really is very flexible. Allows me to get my models all around the shop. Wow, this is cool. Look at the quick connects on the wing root. That's really impressive. I think this thing's going to go together pretty quickly. We've got little portholes, clear portholes on the outside. Oh, it looks like we lost one, or maybe it's inside the fuselage. We'll take a look at it. But I love the detail. And our cargo bay door with its individual servo. Love it. And the access port on the port side of the aircraft is right here. And lo and behold, we've got an ample battery bay with what appears to be a fairly complex wiring loom going to a BEC and a junction. And all of the connections are properly labeled. So I really appreciate that. So there you have it. That's the unboxing. Let's go ahead and get this thing together. All right, the wingspan of the C130 model is 1600 millimeters. It's 1195 millimeters long. It's got 4 6x5 4-blade props. It's equipped with 6 9-gram servos and is designed to run on 2200 4S, although I think it can handle a much larger capacity battery. Here's the exploded parts diagram. I didn't have enough room on my desk to lay it out, so I'm showing you a picture from the manual. Not a lot to it, very easy to assemble. And I certainly appreciate the level of detail that they put into it. The scale stuff is awesome. On the wing roots and tail, you'll see quick connects. Had a little trouble getting the tail in there. I had to finesse the quick connect in, so don't force it. I had to just push down about 1 millimeter for it to line up, but it went in just fine. And on each of the wing roots, it was very similar. and it just snapped in without a problem once the wings were lined up. And they're held in place with 4 screws. Very easy assembly. Here's a shot looking aft from the main cargo bay door on the port side. Plenty of room for additional battery capacity, although I did fly it with 3000 4S. You might even be able to handle more if you keep the CG right. Quite a complex wire loom and DEC assembly for this aircraft, but you don't have to worry about it. It's all plug and play. For my iNav brethren, this is the iNav flight controller, which has got a great spot right there in the center. And here's a diagram of the Avios 130 wiring if you're so inclined to geek out on it. One problem I had was one of the gear bay doors was not quite aligned right. That needed a little adjustment. And of course, you want to make sure you run the gear before you fly, and in this case the sequencers can get confused, so anytime you connect the battery or disconnect the battery, you need to turn it on and turn it off, gear that is, real quickly, and allow it to figure out where it is. And regardless of where it is, it will figure it out. And sometimes it takes a couple times. I had to fiddle with it once or twice, but generally it figured it out and it worked really, really well. I did adjust that forward bay a little bit, bay door there on the gear, make it not stick out as much, but it worked out just fine. And, you know, with a walk around of this aircraft, you can admire all the scale detail and the efforts that they put into it. I did learn later that some of these decals are not affixed very, very well. And I dragged my fingernail across that one and pulled it off. So I did bring that up to Hobbyking, and I think they're going to look into it. But it's just one of those things, you know, you do take your chances sometimes with mass-produced products. And it happened again on the tail, and I was a little disappointed with that, but I did 3D print an American flag and put it over the top of it. But anyhow, guys, those were really minor points. You'll notice that the inner flaps did not deploy on this flight. That's because I did not plug them in. I was anxious to get in the air, and I really didn't feel like fussing with them, but I did get them working with a little more time. We had a weather window, and I really wanted to get flying. But this aircraft does really well. It is a super flyer. It's super stable, and I think you will have a lot of fun with it. And maybe even drop a few parachute guys and army men if you get around to it. You know, I did. I had a blast with it, and I'm really looking forward to flying some more with it. So the Avios C130 from Hobbyking, a great plane. I love it. It'll be fun for a intermediate hobbyist to take this plane and go out and have fun with it. And certainly might want to give some consideration to putting a clear coat over the top of these before you start moving it around. I know I can be a little klutzy sometimes, and at the end of the day, I think I probably would have done that first. But nonetheless, I consider that to be just a manufacturing aberration, because it's otherwise a very quality plane and mechanically very, very sound. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the viewers and the likes and the subscribes. It really means a lot to me. And I'm looking forward to getting some more reviews up, and I really appreciate your time. So have a great day, no matter what.